Hello! Welcome to episode 76 of We Have Issues. I'm Anthony.
I'm Stevie Wildcard.
Every week, Steve Wildcard and I get together and we do our best to just take all of our problems and we don't give them a Valentine, Steven. We don't give them one. We give Valentine to everyone else. We write very nice little love notes to people. We give them those little candy hearts with the cute little messages on them and they say cute stuff. And we give them to everyone and everything, but not our freaking issues, Steven. We give them a
they're the kid in class that just sits there waiting for that.
Oh yeah, no, and we walk by them slowly. We make eye contact with our issues as we come close to them, and we're like, oh, we're gonna. It might.
And as we walk by, we're like, "You're not the goose, buddy. You're not the goose," and we just keep walking.
So every week we can do whatever we can to just get rid of all of our issues and get something done. Most recently, it's been a supernatural action comedy comic book called Deathless. We've been working on it pretty fiercely. I'd say like up until recently, Steven, and then both of us have had some issues. like Steven, I mean, I had some personal issues and then also got super sick last week. Like last week,
that sucks, man.
I had to take like 4 days off of work. My son Atlas got sick. I got sick and we were just like, and we did the thing that parents have to go through where it's like the kids are sick and you're fine. And then they get you sick and then you're like, now you're sick and they're getting better. It's just like, it's never good.
It's the worst. It's just the absolute freaking worst.
And then it feels like somehow he got worse after I started getting better. I'm like, no, wait, no, we can't do this. We're both,
basically playing the worst game of like virus tag.
Yeah, that's exactly how it feels, dude. We're like literally like we're leapfrogging with like coughing over each other, like coughing and like leaving mucus in our trail. It was the worst. Dude, I just super failed this week. Like I got nothing done. I got nothing done. Like this week, as far as like comic book stuff is concerned, not a thing done. I sold a couple books, like which is really cool. Like a couple people
awesome.
Like showed interest and they wanted to buy our book, and I was like, yes, of course I would love for you to buy this thing. Also got a couple of people to leave ratings and reviews on our book on Play It Again, which is really awesome. Always feels good. But I totally failed, dude. How did you do this week?
I completely failed on any sort of new drawing front. Like I completely like just sucked at that.
Steven, did you sell any books though? Like did you? Wait, Steven, did you?
I did. Craig bought one. Craig
bought a book.
Yeah,
man, Steven, we both succeeded just a little.
Just enough.
I was hoping I could throw you underneath that podcast bus, Steven. I want to feel when your failures make me feel slightly better about my failures, Steven.
No, but yeah, and Craig actually gave me 10 for it. He said that this is wonderful. I just want to support you guys, and like gave me 10. So it's awesome,
dude. That's cool though. So Craig bought a book. That's really awesome.
Yes, and I actually need to let people know that I have physical copies. I need to maybe just start bringing some when I go to places. I keep forgetting. Sure, I'm the worst at marketing, dude. I'm just the worst because
I know. Me too. It does like it's helpful. Like having the box. Like I used to keep the box of comics in my car, and like every once in a while, it would come up and like while I was at work or something, and someone would buy one. I'm like, oh, I did it! I did the thing, But not recently. Well, I also took them out of my car because I was like, What if they get sun damage and I literally just lose all of them?
Yeah.
Like I don't want to deal with that. We're in Florida, and there's no telling what's gonna the weather. We're living in the apocalypse, Steven. I don't know if you noticed it, but like I can't tell. Like I don't know what season we're in, Steven. First of all, we have seasons now. What? When did that happen?
Florida is basically, and this is my best at segueing. Florida is basically like, an Electivire from Pokemon. Like it knows Fire Punch, it knows Ice Punch, it knows Thunder Punch, and it just throws each one of those randomly.
All right, Steven, this is an intervention. This is a Poke intervention. I'm gonna hold up the intervention sign. Intervention. Steven's been playing Pokemon. Steven, you've been doing it. You've been on that Poke. You're gonna be the very best, and I appreciate it. But I want you to be the very best, like no one ever was. It also doing to be my friend, Steven. What are you doing? No, so you've been playing a lot of Pokemon lately, right? But like
I have been, but I literally the majority of it is just in between travel time at work because it's just that convenient. Really, what like has been like, and I don't know, like if anyone out there has I'm not diagnosed, so I just want to lead with that. But if anyone suffers from any sort of like OCD or ADD, whenever there's like a really daunting task that you're not familiar or comfortable with,
that's what I was gonna say.
It shuts me down.
Is it daunting, or is it just so unfamiliar that there are too many variables, and you start considering what could possibly happen, and you think it's going to be the worst case scenario? And this, with every
I'm going to get to the mailman. I'm going to have already paid for all these labels. He's going to be like, these are all wrong. The measurements are wrong. And I'm like,
Yeah.
So yeah, I had the daunting task, or the task of that I've just never done before, of mailing all these comics. And whenever that happens, it kind of overloads my circuits, and I basically just like shut down everywhere, like I just, like, it's like I can't. So then I always like lean into something that's like comfortable or that can busy my mind, that makes me feel accomplished,
For
which
sure.
is usually video games.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's Pokemon Arceus or Arceus, whatever they call them now, has definitely filled that void. But I mean, it just came out too, so I mean, it's a pretty incredible game. You need to get it for Atlas. Yeah.
Dude, I know exactly what you're talking about though, and like I always kind of associate it with like the little like the difference between pushing a button and pulling a lever of dopamine, where it's like you find those comforting, like familiar things that's just like pushing a little button, you're like, oh, I got a little hit of that. That felt good, And
you're
then
not
like,
winning much,
You're not yet, but it's just
enough.
It's just enough, and it's consistent, and it's comfortable, and you can do it. So it's like you have that, and you can just push that little button. And it's super easy, and you get those little spikes, those little punches of dopamine. You're like, oh, this feels good, But like then there's this lever, and you're like, okay, if I start pulling it, it's gonna be a little harder to pull, and it's not as easy to get to the other side of this thing as it is to push in this little button. I need to put some weight into it. I have to actually put effort and try, and like there's strength, and there are muscles I haven't used in a while or ever.
A long time.
So like here I am gripping this thing and trying my best, and I feel like it's not going to be as rewarding, and I'm scared, but I do know that this button is super rewarding, and I love it. I'm gonna hit it with my forehead if I.
And I can't mess up this button. Like it's like the Lisa and Bart meme. Like, oh, I bet Steven's gonna play Pokemon again.
Good old Rock. Nothing can beat you.
Yeah, good old Pokemon. Nothing can beat old Pokemon.
Nothing can beat you.
But yeah, because like the reason why this task in particular was just so daunting is it's like, do I just go to the post office and just try to figure out the labels there? But no, we ended up investing in a label maker and all these things. So I had to get this printer set up, get these labels to go through properly, figure out this website that I've never used before that's been recommended to me by Steve himself. And like, yeah, it was just all these different things I was juggling, and it just shut me down. Like,
it's crazy, dude, because it's like, and like you, just like me, I mean, you don't have a lot of experience with mailing stuff in general, right? Like you have some, maybe, but like
barely anything. I've mailed like two things in my life. Yeah,
that's what. So like, dude, like you literally went from not even touching the laundry to doing every single step of the laundry. Like you had to go shopping for the clothes and figure out how to wash each individual thing and what kind of soap you need to use and how the dryer works and how the washer works and how so like it's like you had to learn the entire process. When I mean, we're both people who we put the laundry on the bed and walk away, like,
I'll just keep pulling from this basket all week, baby.
Yeah. So, but dude, I'm very impressed. I need you to like teach me that, even though like I'm sure like it's really cool. It made me feel like, first of all, thank you, because like it makes me feel better that like you took that and you've been doing that, and it's freaking awesome, dude.
And Tina was so helpful in all of that too. I mean, because like bagging, boarding, and boxing, that was very that's a lot of stuff. But yeah. The label maker, dude, it's
the four like, B's of shipping out comics:
bag,
boarding, boxing, and bruschetta.
And
bruschetta, Tina B.
But dude, and this is not like we are not sponsored by them whatsoever. But Steve Urena actually is the one that told me about this site. But pirateship.com is freaking so easy, dude. It's so awesome. Like everything I've shipped, I have it arranges it all for me, dude. Like I have all the tracking information on every package that I've already. That I've punched in, and then dude, it's like it remembers things. So like for example, this one I'm sending a lot of like of the same thing, same weight, same height, same width. So like when I click it has the down drop with the I can just select what I've already pressed.
Yeah,
it saves my credit card, so I just buy each label, and I don't have to retype in or click anything. It just knows my credit card's tethered to that account. Dude, it's so smooth, and like I said, it takes me from like start to finish per label. It takes me about a minute or two to have a package completely ready to go.
So for those of you looking for a way to ship off your comics or indie books or whatever, Pirate Ship, that's what it's called?
Yep. And dude, it looks for the best rate. Like I'm still like, because like the difference in prices between UPS and USPS is usually 10 cents.
Yeah.
So I'm just making sure everything is UPS or USPS, so that way it's easy for me to just drop everything off.
Yeah.
And but yeah, you can like, it literally finds you the best rates for that package to that place. So
that's so awesome. And if anyone out there has a better option, then let us know. But so far, this is the coolest thing that we.
Pirate ship is pretty sweet.
This is so exciting because that means people are going to start talking about the book again. People are going to start reviewing the book again. People are going to and we just get to, like, people finally get to read the book, which I'm super excited about. I know there are a lot of people who have been playfully kind of like jabbing at us, like, give me my books, you know,
my damn book.
Yeah,
Deathless is going to be so much smoother because this was our first time around, but now we know we've learned the stages of the game now, you know. So like when it comes to printing, when we know when to honor like the timing it's going to take to honor the rewards and everything. So
dude, that's awesome. I can't I'm so glad, and we're already so far along in the process of Deathless that like the book's going to be done very quickly, and then we know how to ship it. So it's just like we're slowly leveling up all of our skills, and I love this, you know, across
the board. And so I mean, we both supposedly failed, but I think like we're finally like finishing and wrapping on Play It Again and getting this out. And I don't know, man, it was still a success. It wasn't drawing. I didn't get any drawings done, but getting like this Kickstarter off of it's literally been these boxes have been just sitting in my dining room for freaking a week because I have them ready, but I just didn't know how to do the labels, you know? So but now everything's going out. So that's going to be awesome. Then we can just 100% focus on Deathless. So
I hope you're all excited for Deathless. We plan on launching the Kickstarter in March, probably March 4th. That's been our date. And I like the symbolism.
March 4th. Yeah.
Yeah. So stick around with us and we're going to give you some updates. Steven, I know it just passed. How was your Valentine's, dude? Like, did you celebrate Valentine's Day? Did you do anything as a parent?
I went, we have that new market in Cape Coral called Farmer Joe's, and dude, like legit, next time you come over, you and I just need to go there just to see how impressive this place is. It's really cool. But I basically went there, I grabbed like a bouquet of roses and like they have like the best baked goods ever, like cheesecakes, all that stuff. It's so fantastic. So there were 14, but I, took a rose out for each and grabbed the girls each their own little chocolate covered strawberries. And when I picked them up from daycare, I had them and they were, oh my gosh, like they were so blown away that I grabbed them a flower and some treats. It was so cute. They were like so elated. It was awesome. And then, Tina and I, we just did, she wanted steak nachos. So we bought a nice flank steak and we made steak nachos at home. And that's what we did. We all just spent Valentine's Day basically as a family unit. So how about yourself?
Well, Steven, I don't know if you've heard this news, but I have a girlfriend now, Steven.
It's so awesome, dude. I'm officially dating someone again.
Officially dating someone.
Officially, with someone.
And it's official on social media, which is like,
She added me on Facebook. That's super official. Like, she's adding friends.
Wow. I mean, she's taking that initiative. One of her friends added me on Facebook. I hope he's watching this right now and like subscribe to her podcast. But she's like, I'm so sorry if my mom or my grandma add you on Facebook. I'm like, I guess I'm gonna be best friends with your mom and grandma now. That's just what's gonna happen. I don't know, like nothing I can do about it. I mean, it's bound to happen eventually, right? But dude, yeah. So I have a girlfriend now. So I was like, Steven. So I was faced with my own cynicism about relationships prior to Valentine's Day. Like I knew it was coming, and I was sick first of all, like before Valentine's Day, the time where you normally have to like prepare for something like that. I was sick during that time, and I was like, what am I supposed to do? I also, my son's birthday is on Valentine's Day, so I was like, I have to plan a birthday. I have to figure out something for. So I was going through and kind of like processing my own experience, and I was thinking like it sucks, dude, because previously in Anthony's life, I was the guy who would like write poems and write stuff, like, make stuff and draw things. I made a full freaking cartoon for someone once, and, like, music video, and like wrote books for people, and like all kinds of gifts and stuff, and I make stuff. But like watching that all kind of like fade to time, like Ozymandias, like fade away into nothingness, and and feel, even though it meant something at the time, eventually it's like, watching it turn to dust kind of makes it feel like it's meaningless. You know what I mean? Or at least I guess we always have that opportunity to feel that way, to be like, everything's meaningless because everything's like,
right,
everything's gonna die, so like who cares, but at the same time I was just like, well, things still have their importance in the moment, like it's still like creating this life as I'm living it, and like what else am I gonna do if not live the life I have, so it's just like, I have to do this because I don't want my bad experiences to define me. I don't want to let the worst version of an experience define who I am and what I do. And I was like, I want to like craft the life I want, you know? Like, if I want to be a freaking romantic nerd who does freaking romantic nerd stuff, I'm gonna do it, you know? So, like, I did. I was just like, I'm gonna freaking do it. So yeah, I did. So like, I made stuff, and I like got everything together, and I wrote her some stuff, and like made this cute little box, and I put everything together, and I gave her a rose and stuff, and I gave it to her, and she loved it. And it was fantastic. It was the best Valentine's Day I think I've ever had, Stephen. Like, I mean, my son was born on Valentine's Day, so it's hard for me to say, because obviously the gift that keeps on giving, Stephen. No,
the cutest little cute.
he's the best. He's the best boy. But Steven, but as far as like Valentine's and like romantic Valentine's, it honestly was the best Valentine's Day I've ever had. Like,
That's amazing.
She gave me gifts, and I was like, but not just like gift, but like super thoughtful gifts, and like really sweet.
The gifts that Anthony gives people, Anthony finally received.
Stuff
and it must feel so great, dude. It must feel so great.
No one's like, no, I'm just like anyone else who's ever received a like creative gift or something like that. Like, I don't need that. I like, when I give someone a gift like that, I'm not like, ha ha ha, you better love this, and you better give me something like that back. Like, it's just like, this is the kind of stuff I like to make, and it's how I express myself. So I'm like, here, I've never been with anyone who expressed themselves like that, like who, actually made things, or like went out of their way, or remembered things, and like were really thoughtful and used that, to give gifts in, a meaningful way. She did, and like blew me away, and just like I was like, I was amazed by, by my Valentine's Day. It's just like overall like one of the best nights I've had in so long, and definitely the best Valentine's I've had in so long. Stephen, so I was thinking about it when I was with her, and I was just like, this is amazing, and like so many other people are having different experiences. It's kind of like all of life is one of those like gamble chocolates where it's like you never know what you're gonna get, like Forrest Gump says, Stephen. So I was thinking about Forrest Gump, and I was thinking about gamble chocolates, and I was thinking about vampires, because they are always in the back of my brain. So Stephen, I have just a real quick pitches get stitches for you, Stephen.
Pitches get stitches.
All right, so a bunch of people wake up in this random little cabin. They try to escape, they can't escape, right? They're like, no, the doors won't open, the windows are barred, they can't get out. They're looking around the cabin, and as they walk around, they see on the floor there are random kind of like almost chalk outlines of bodies, but they're not in like dead positions. They're just like standard like silhouette of shapes, and they're looking at them, and they have like markings inside of them. So like inside of each of the shapes, it's a little marking, and like one of them says like B, and it's like, okay, and then one of them says like A, and like okay, and one of them says O, and they're looking around, and then the people in the cabin start realizing that the shapes each look like one of them, and they're like, wait, this is me, and they're like, wait a second, and so they're looking around, and they're like, that's my shape, that's my, wait, but what do these letters signify? And one of them is like, wait, mine says A positive. That's my blood type. And they realize that it's just like the inside of a chocolate gamble chocolate box, where it has the labels of what each flavor is. So they discover that they've been trapped by a vampire lover as a gift for another vampire.
It's a whole house of it's a cabin box of chocolates.
It's basically a cabin box of chocolates, and it's all just it's a blood buffet, Stephen. It's a blood buffet. So it's just, so the movie would just be this vampire lover comes in, and like these people realize that they're being picked off, but like which is her favorite flavor? What, so she's going after certain people. They have to fight her. Are they going to survive? Like how do they escape? What do they do? And it would just be called Happy V-Day, Stephen. Happy Vampire Day.
Happy Vampire Day.
Happy Valentine's.
Vampire Day.
Happy Valentine Day. Happy V-Day, Stephen. It's perfect. It's a perfect pitch.
Love steaks.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, but it would be so good. It would be so good. I don't know if I'd ever actually write that one, but it would be fun. It's a
vampthology. But see, these are perfect ones for vampthology.
Yeah.
Perfect little 5 to 8 pagers. Like that's exactly what that's for.
Oh, it's true. It's true.
Basically just quick punchlines, and that's like great.
So yeah, so I was thinking about that, and I was thinking about all these ideas. Also, Stephen, I had a conversation. Not just any conversation. I had a conversation with a straight up porn star, Steven. Just talk to someone sexy. Someone super. I was like, oh, you want to slide into my DMs? You better be like someone who like I'm gonna care about. And she was like, I am a famous porn star. And I was like, you are? Let me Google. And I was like, you are a famous porn star. And she's like, I am. And I was like, I bet you're not. So I talked to her. And let me tell you, first of all, Steven, I have my doubts. I don't think it was her. I don't think it was actually the porn star I spoke to. But we're gonna find out in this rendition of
Anthony Dates Robots.
And we're gonna call this one the Love Machine.
Ooh, baby, I'm just a love machine.
We should call this Dr. Love Machine. That's what we should call this one.
Dr. Love Machine.
Yeah, we'll call this one Dr. Love Machine.
Anthony is he's the doctor, and he's a machine of love.
Okay, so Steven, you're going to be playing the bizarro version of the actress Nikki Benz.
Which, you know, she bends. I get it. I get the name.
It makes sense. It's a standard porn pun. We get it, and I'm on board. I'm sure she's probably a cool person, like in real life, like the actual version of
the actual person.
I've never spoken to her. I you know what? I should have messaged. I should have just like I should tag Nikki Benz in this conversation. Why didn't I do that?
Then we could have really talked to Nikki Benz.
Oh man. I'm gonna do that after.
You still do
this,
it.
I'm gonna cut this little conversation in like I'm gonna post it and send it to Nikki Benz. Hi, Nikki Benz. So anyway, Steven, would you mind playing Nikki Benz?
Oh, I will gladly play. Why'd they say I would gladly? I will be Nikki Benz.
Steven's been wanting to play Nikki Benz his whole life. He was born for this role. Look at those buns.
Tilt the head down so people can see. No, I'm just kidding. Hello, handsome.
Excuse me?
Okay, go on.
I didn't go to 6 years of handsome school for nothing. That's Dr. Handsome to you.
Crying face emoji. You're funny. That's true.
We both know neither of those things are true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you live?
Any of us...
Pause real quick.
Okay.
Where do you live? Robot or not? My phone autocorrects where and were all the time to weird for some reason. I don't know why it does it. Yeah. Oh, especially were. If I type in were, it's like apostrophe. I'm like, no, I didn't want the apostrophe. But yeah, sometimes I'm lazy and just tried my best to change the sentence to work. But anyways.
Yep. So you say, where do you live? And I say, do any of us really live anymore?
LOL. Crying face emoji. Okay, where are you from? You're very naughty, you know.
I think you know exactly where I'm from and how I grew up and what led to my sudden but inevitable move to live with my auntie and uncle. But if we must, I'm from West Philadelphia.
Okay, honey, heart emoji. What do you do for a living?
Listen, I didn't go to 6 years of honey school to be called Mr. That's Dr. Honey to you. Dr. Handsome Honey at your service.
LOL, crying face emoji. Okay, Dr. Handsome Honey, heart emoji. What do you do for a living?
What do you mean?
What work do you do?
If you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. I work customer service.
Because it had an N. I don't know how to say that otherwise. Wow, that's great. How much do they pay?
It was an okay joke, but I wouldn't say great. Raise that bar, Nikki Benz. Wait, what do you do for a living? So at that point, I was like, wait a second. Do I know the name Nikki Benz? And what is this picture? So I clicked on it, and that's when I was like, oh, I see.
I see what's going on here.
I see what's going on here. I thought it was just another, like, you know, random bot. And then I was like, oh, wait a second. Nikki Benz. That's very specific. You know, so the Benz caught me. But go on.
You know, am a porn star. I'm single, never married, no kids. I'm looking for something serious with someone. Have 2 kids, boy and girl, get married. I'm ready to settle down and spend my life with him and leave this porn shit.
Yeah, so first of all, she's throwing shade at the like whole porn like career, like right away. She's like, oh, I'm gonna pretend to be this person and then just like throw shade at their whole life while I'm gonna try to manipulate you into loving me. Like, what? Who does this? So I wrote, oh, I have a girlfriend, which is true, Nikki Benz.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's awesome.
Listen.
Can I see a pic of you?
Our relationship didn't go through 6 years of awesome school to not be called doctor. So she has to see a pic of me, and I show a pic. Like, I Google just doctor, and I see a picture of a doctor.
Wow. Surprise face emoji.
Are you okay?
Yes. Honey, heart emoji.
Ugh.
What?
If you aren't going to respect my title, what are we even doing here? Is this even a society anymore?
I love that you am sorry, Dr. Handsome Honey.
Oh yeah, she went for it. She's like, oh, he wants to be called Dr. Handsome Honey. I'm gonna go for it. And she does. She calls me. So like, I was like, okay, maybe this is someone messing with me, but it's still pretty funny. So I wrote, so you screw people professionally or just screw me out of a few moments for laughs? Nikki Benz.
Okay, am not usually active here, honey. Are you active on Google Hangout? Your title is just too long for me. So she stopped calling you doctor.
You know what they say about men with long titles. They make you say them every time.
Yes, I know. Are you active on Google Hangout?
Google Hangout? You know, I'm beginning to suspect that you may not be Nikki Benz.
Hook me up on Hangout. Email address.
So she gives an email address with a bunch of numbers, and I write 3645. Is that the year you were born? Are you a time traveler? Nikki bends time? Can you bend time and space?
How is that possible?
I didn't avoid quantum physics classes for 10 years for someone to treat me like a doctor.
I understand now. Okay, Emma, call you doctor. Are you okay with that?
I'm not a doctor of time. I'm a time mister. I'm Mr. Who. Dr. Handsome Honey Mr. Who. I guess what I'm trying to say, Steven, is I had a girlfriend, and then I met Nikki Benz, and I was like, I'm gonna throw this all away for this time hopping honey is what I'm gonna. I was like, Steven, who are these people? Like, who falls for this? Who's like, oh, Nikki Benz wants to leave porn, or like anyone wants to leave their job for me? Like, what are you talking about? Also, Nikki Benz bot, why are you pitching I want to have 2 kids and a house and a dog or whatever with people? Like, what are you doing? Who's doing that? Who's like, oh, I can't wait to take you onto my life and also have more kids and stuff? I don't want kids. I don't want more kids. I have a kid. I like him. I don't need it.
Because if you're a bot, you should be just trying to appeal to the easiest thing for people. Like, just a hookup would make the most sense for a 100%. Bot to like try to exploit, you know?
Yes, exploit that.
But maybe your dad puns and stuff. Maybe like the bot scours and it's like, no, this guy is wholesome. I need to be wholesome.
Maybe they were like, yeah, but it was okay. But then I was like, well, I did say that I had a girlfriend, and she was still like still talking to me. You're still talking.
I'm going for it.
Like, not cool. It's not cool. But it was, dude, I love those. It was so funny. I was just like cracking up talking to Nikki Benz bot. No, but that was pretty much my whole Valentine's, was talking to bots, having the best night ever, and just living the dream.
Sounds like a good day.
Sounds like a good day. I had a good day. I came up with a vampire idea. I talked to some porn bots.
You had a great day. You talked to porn bots.
So yeah, dude. I after getting sick, I felt better. And I've been like getting my work done. I'm doing stuff. I'm like back on track, and I'm like, I'm ready. I'm ready for this next week. It's gonna be awesome, and we're heading into this like weird new frontier, Steven, where we're about to launch a Kickstarter literally a couple of days before entering into our very first convention, Steven.
Which is friggin' awesome.
Steven, we're going to have a table where we can have a QR code where people can click it and donate to our campaign for our next book.
Right there, fresh.
So it'd be like, hey, if you want to see our new book, it's right here's the QR code. Bam, right there. So we can do that while we're selling our other 2 books.
We get to meet Edwin.
Hey, we get to meet Edwin. I'm so excited.
It's gonna be so awesome.
Dude, I can't wait. So for those of you who don't know, we our friend Edwin, who's a comic book writer, we've been great friends with him on Twitter and just building this relationship. So we're going to meet our friend Edwin, who wrote the book Lost Between Worlds, which is awesome. Dude, it's such an awesome comic book. I'll post the link below. I had the opportunity to read it recently and like talk to him about it, and it's so great, and it's refreshing to talk to people who are on a similar journey to us, and like get to know them and actually make friends. And like anyone watching this right now is probably in that position where like we're close. We are a colony, dude. It's wonderful. It's fantastic, and meeting them in person is so great. And I love the fact that we get to actually like hang out with Edwin. It's gonna be so cool to just like be in the same room and be like, hey, you sell any books? No, us either. Like, that's cool. Like
it's gonna be awesome, dude.
It's gonna be so much fun. Like, and I my only expectation, like I have, if we show up and set up our stuff and get a picture I'll feel like we succeeded. Just
that's all we need.
That's all I need. I just want to do the thing. I want to know that like at the very at the very least we did it. Like we tried. That's it. I don't care. Like I don't know how big this convention's going to be. I don't know how successful like we're going to be at selling anything to anyone there. But the fact that we're doing it, and the fact that we're going to be there is like success enough, and I can't freaking wait to do it. And it's amazing, dude. The convention's coming and our Kickstarter's coming. We have a lot to do.
So much to do. But
that's cool. Like, it's good to like I love it. We have so much coming up, and it's going to be amazing. But both of us, like, significantly mostly failed last week. So this week...
Yeah.
This week, what are we gonna do, Steven? Are you gonna like jump headfirst and like are you gonna be over ambitious and try to like compensate for last week, or are you just gonna be like, I'm definitely getting this done? Like, what are you doing this week?
I'm gonna page 10 is gonna get finished, and then I want page 11 completely done. Like no, like not just roughs, not just 70. I want both of those pages completely done. Awesome. That's my goal. And to ship the rest of this stuff, which I was before you even called me. That's what I was doing. I was labeling off like. I think I labeled off 20 more. So I just need to get boxes for the people with the 11 by 17 prints, and then that's it.
Heck yeah.
I'm done.
This week I'm going to flat color the rest of page 3 and then 4 and 5. I'm gonna do my best to get 3 done this week.
That's sick.
I'm gonna freaking do it. And I know I can do it. I'm gonna do it. All right, so thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening. If you're only listening on one of the various podcasting apps, let us know. Leave a review, leave a rating. Tell us what you think of our, do we do an okay job of balancing the video and the audio? Probably not. I'm sorry that we fail. It's all my fault. Blame me. Don't blame Steven. Steven does all the good stuff. So give us 5 stars for Steven. Like, forget everything I do. No, but you can also join us on YouTube at youtube.com/We Have Issues Podcast. If you're on YouTube, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for hitting the like button. Thank you for being here for us. Our numbers have taken a dip lately, guys, and if you made it this far, then you're one of the people who have like helped us to contribute to like the growth as it happens. And it's going to be a slow process. We're going to go in like peaks and valleys and weird, roller coaster, weird loops all the time, but like thank you all for being here and being along for the ride and the highs and the lows and the ridiculousness. And happy Valentine's Day to all of you. Happy what's next, Stephen? What's next? Leprechaun Day, Stephen. What's it good? St. Patty's Day, Stephen. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. I'm going to talk about the Leprechaun movies for a good hour. I'm going to talk. I will not stop. I recently watched all the Leprechaun movies, and I'm going to talk about those things. But anyway, but thank you all. Thank you all for being here for us. Please join us next week as we continue this ridiculous journey that we're on. And be there for us. Read our book. Let us know what you think. We love you and we need you. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Steven, I love you. This is amazing. Thank you for doing this. I can't wait for our convention, Steven. It's going to be amazing. But thank you all. I'm Anthony.
It's going to be so fun. I'm Stevie Wildcard.
This has been episode 76,
Steven.
Steven.
76?
How did we do?
And we're still chasing you, Kevin. Just because we didn't talk about it doesn't mean we're not chasing you.
We're going to get Kevin Smith on episode 77. You'll see Kevin Smith, episode 77. He's going to come. I'm going to have hope. Probably not. Don't. You can't hold me to that. I'm going to do my best. How about this? I'm going to ask him. I'm going to be like, it's taking Kevin Smith.
You know what the next episode's going to be called? It's just no Kevin. There's no Kevins.
There's no Kevins here. I'm sorry. Sorry, everyone. But thank you. Thank you all. We'll see you next week.
Dang, you can't see my awesome bun because of the freaking headset.
Angle, yeah. Huh. Head down, Steven.
Just the whole time.
Just the whole time. Stay like that. We need that profile. Yeah.
Like an anime villain.
Yes.
Whatever. Usually eating an apple,
Very cool. That's definitely going to go in the thumbnail if I got that.
Well, you got it now.
Do you have it pulled up?
Anthony and the Doctor. Anthony, the Doctor. Damn it, hold on. The Dr. Love Machine? That doesn't sound good. Yeah, I got it pulled up.